Reports have come out that Isak is unhappy and unsettled at Newcastle amid speculation of him joining Liverpool Football Club. Rodrygo is a serious priority for Liverpool, according to reports. Malik Fofana is one to watch, according to Fabrizio Romano, and Luis Diaz's move to Bayern Munich looks to be edging closer. People, it's Monday. It's the morning meetup show. Tune in. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, morning people. Hope you're all well. Please do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. On our road to 40,000 subscribers, we've hit 37k, got 3 more K to go. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you're listening to and watching, please do hit that subscribe button. People, you know what the ask is? 1,000 likes per video, guys. We always ask for it, we rarely get it. So let's try and make that change going forward from now. People, you know how I like to start these Monday shows. A bit of shirt association. So this is the shirt from 17-18. The shirt that we wore in the Champions League final. Salah's first season. That formidable front four of Coutinho, Salah, Firmino and Mane. Who is the first player you think of when you see this shirt? So this is 17-18 kit. It's the only shirt I've actually got my name on the back, and the reason I have this was bought as a gift for mine and my wife's wedding, so we have matching tops. Hers obviously says Mrs. Sanderson, mine says Mr. Sanderson. So let me know in the comment section, guys, which player do you associate with this shirt? Big up to CJ, says Clavan. Oi, Clavandor was a beast. Emre Chan says JP. Bobby says shush. Yes, LFC says Bobby as well. Salah for True Don. A lot of people saying Bobby. Coutinho says Troy King. Emre Chan. Navir says Sadio. Lucky X LFC says Coutinho. Keep the answers coming in. Lovren says Joel. Is that Drifty's burner account? We will confirm later on in the show, I'm sure. Salah says Luke. Wow. Crash out already, Adam. That jersey should say Mr. Jinx. That is harsh. Wow, is this how we're starting? I've actually had a decent morning. Got the kids ready, got them to school, went to the gym, had a workout, came back, obviously prepared for the show and all this. And I've got another show straight after this on the Sanderson show. And you're crashing out on me, Adam. Wow. CJ says Nathaniel Klein, Prime Salah. I mean, is there a prime Salah? Have we determined that yet? Because 17-18 was brilliant, but so was last season. I don't even know if there was a prime Salah yet. We have to wait until the end of his career to find out what was actually his prime. A lot of people say Mane as well. Keep those answers coming in, people. Right, let's get into the proceedings, shall we? This wasn't even one of the topics until I just had a quick look on Twitter just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And as it goes, rumors and reports have come out that Alexander Isak is unhappy and unsettled at Newcastle United. So, to add some context to this, let's get the report. Where are we? Just had it, and now it's gone. Typical. Here it goes. So, according to Luke Edwards from the Telegraph, I believe that is, he says Alexander Isak has been unsettled after being promised a new contract by former co-owner Amanda Staveley in 2024 before ex-sporting director Paul Mitchell opted not to open talks. This led to acrimony and Isak's agent felt insulted. Now, add that to the fact that Liverpool want him, and add that to the fact that I think he wants to move to Liverpool. Interesting. Hey, big up Tom Mizzy says Alexander Isak. Yeah, oi, that's got a ring to it. That's got a ring to it. Yeah. That's got a ring to it. But I think it would be I think it could be happening, guys. Look at you lot. Look at you lot just throwing out suggestions in the chat. All right, well, Ben Jacobs has said something now, apparently. Goodness me, guys. I can't keep up. Pause. Ben Jacobs. Where are we? Is this Ekitike done as well? Is Ekitike done? Where's Fabrizio with the bomber? Ekitike and Liverpool story from a week ago confirmed. Do you know what? I'll just play the video for you guys. If he gets me copyrighted, then I'll crash out on him. You know how it goes. Let me share the screen. We're all listening to this together. First time I'm hearing this as well, because the tweet just came out 2 minutes ago. Let's do it.
Ugo Ekitike to Liverpool. Here we go. Agreement done between Liverpool and Eintracht Frankfurt for the French striker who is set to join the Reds on a 6-year contract. He only wanted Liverpool despite interest from several clubs and now ready to complete all the formal steps in the next days. Liverpool will pay 80 million euros fixed fee, 10 million euros in easy add-ons, 5 million euros in difficult add-ons, so total package can be worth 95 million euros in total. Ekitike set for move to Liverpool. And it's a here we go.
Come on. It wasn't that long ago, guys, that I was doing these streams and, bad news would be happening while I'm filming. Now look at us. Ekitike, here we go. Only wanted Liverpool. How many times do we hear that, guys? What is Richard Hughes saying to these players? What is Arne Slot saying to these players? Whatever they're saying, keep saying it because it's bloody working. It's bloody working. And thank you to Fabrizio for confirming the price as well. 80 million euros fixed fee, around 69 million pounds. 10 millions in easy triggered add-ons to bring it up to 90 million euros. And then a further 5 million on add-ons, which he is described as being difficult to trigger. I am fine with this deal. Like, I'm actually very happy with the Ekitike signing. Did I want Isak as the first choice? Yes. Can Isak still happen? Yes. You heard it from me. Yes. Curse this, curse that. I'm telling you, I think Isak can still happen. And continuing with Isak, it's looking as though a bid might go in today for him, if rumours are to be believed. And it is rumoured to be believed that he, behind the scenes, along with his agent, etc., wants the move to Liverpool. Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken, have also been linked to Mateta today. Now, Newcastle, they needed a striker going into this window because they'd have lost Callum Wilson. If they get Mateta and someone else, that frees up the door to be opened for Isak. Now, also, Isak has been linked to a move to Saudi. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I deciphered this in a couple of minutes. If Isak is moving to Saudi and then ends up getting loaned back to Newcastle or sold back to Newcastle for a cut price, then I'm done with football. Because that's about as blatant as it gets. Now, I would like to think the Premier League wouldn't allow something like that to happen because surely, we're not all that stupid. Shout out to Lakers in the chat. They've also been linked to Wissa. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. Newcastle, as of right now, in my humble opinion, they need a centre-back. They need a goalkeeper. They need a centre midfielder, maybe even two. They need a striker. Maybe two. That's 5 players Newcastle need, but they haven't got the wiggle room because of PSR. If you're Isak and you've been promised a new contract, haven't got it, if you've been promised that Newcastle are going to try and level up and go to the next level and you're not seeing anyone come in, apart from Elanga, questions will start to be asked. If they sell Isak, in the same way when we sold Coutinho, it will allow the squad to improve. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try and take the mick out of Newcastle fans. I did not want Coutinho to be sold, and I wish we had kept him as well as adding the players. But we weren't in a position to do that. Plus, he wanted to leave. It's actually in Newcastle's best interest to sell Isak to us. Now, the move is theirs. We've done a brilliant job in getting another player in the door, because that takes the pressure off the Isak thing. If we were only going after Isak and Newcastle got Ekitike, Newcastle could have really scuppered our summer. But we said no to that, and we look how quick we got the Ekitike deal done, guys. Look how quick we got that done. My owners, forever securing gold. The Fenway Sanderson Group, forever spending, G. This club is moving fantastic this window. Fantastic. And I still think there's more to come. No pause. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what else happens this window. Because if we do what we think we're going to do, oh, man. Oh, man. I might stream all next season with just the robot. I might do it. I might just stream all next season with just the robot. Because it's going to be absolutely insane. Big up to Akash who says, Guehi and Rodrigo next. We can do a quadruple. That's what I want to hear. Now you all believe. Now you're all starting to believe it's possible. If you didn't believe us then, do you believe us now? Navir, big up for coming a YouTube member. Gonna have some member stuff coming out for you this week as well, guys, and some weekly shows on the members channel over the next couple of months as well. So if you're not a member, make sure you join up now so you don't miss out. Oi, ain't no party like a Callum party I saw in the chat. Come on, True Donny, now we go. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Moving on to another potential target, and that is Rodrygo. The Real Madrid winger has continued to be linked with a move to Liverpool, and apparently he is a priority now that we've got Ekitike wrapped up, along with Isak, along with Guehi. Now, the Guehi thing, I think it's 50-50. I think we will probably do the same thing that we did with the Ekitike deal. We have other centre-backs in mind. If we can't get Guehi over the line this summer, then I think we'll go back in for him either in January or next summer on a free. That being said, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on who could be the other centre-back if we don't get Guehi this summer. Again, I've expressed that I like Nathan Zizi as a player. I think he's really good. Shout out to Gaz, who was in the chat last night when I did a show. He was saying about Giovanni Leone being very, very good and wanting him to be the player that comes into Liverpool. We will see. Nicholas says Isak is coming to LFC. That's the positivity we like. Luazi, you guys like hurting yourself, hey? A 95 mil backup. Luazi, listen, big man. Listen, big man. We're not doing negativity today. It's Monday. The sun is shining currently at the moment, even though it's going to rain later. But the sun is shining at the moment. So if the sun outside is shining, if Liverpool's transfer window is shining, then we're all shining. We're not doing negativity this morning. We are not doing negativity this morning. In fact,
I want to dance. Let me show you how.
that's my vibe for today. What we're going to do negativity when we're linked with Isak, Rodrigo, Guehi. We've already got Ekitike in the door. Frimpong, Kirkes, Woodman, Verts. And you want me to be negative? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Ain't no negativity around here. Can't be done. You can't bring my vibe down today. Can't be done. Luazi, jump on the boat, bro. Jump on the boat before it leaves. Because we are looking to win the quad next season. Big up Alex George in the chat. Alex, how many times do I have to tell you, bro? How many times do I have to tell you that we could have opened the door for you, bro? You could have been a Liverpool fan, bro. Just like Goon and Lee could have been a Liverpool fan. All the Arsenal fans could have been Liverpool fans. But you decided to be with that club. How are you going to hate on the club when you can't even get in the club? Mark, no, Mark. We have Rio at home, you're right. But who better to bring in than Rodrigo for Rio to learn from? Mark, I expected better from you. World domination. If you guys are old enough, you remember Pinky in the Brain? Every episode tried for world domination. Every single episode. We ain't Pinky in the Brain, guys. World domination. Woo! Oh, this is a beautiful feeling. Back to Rodrigo, though. Price hasn't been set. However, I do think there will be teams who try and compete for wow, pimp again, bro. How are you coming up with these acronyms, bro? Wow. That's crazy. And no, that is nothing I do in my spare time. I don't do that stuff. But yeah, Rodrigo, I think will face competition if he definitely is available. I think Chelsea might look at him. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal are kind of waiting around to see what develops there. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern Munich maybe even try with their hand, even though he's a bit expensive for them at the moment. I think we would be the leaders and the front runners for Rodrigo. But Fabrizio's also come out today saying that he believes that there's an option of Fofana coming to Liverpool. Now, maybe, just maybe, Fofana is the backup idea to Rodrigo in the sense of Ekitike may have been the backup idea to Isak. Maybe. So what I've done... Now, Alex, let's not get that rumor started, please, bro. No, I don't do that. Pimp, what? Look what you started, Pimp. No, I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't do that. Right. Let me share a screen for you guys because I want to do a little comparison between Rodrigo, Luis Diaz, and Malik Fofana. I've not even looked at this properly yet. I've just set up the comparison. So let's all go through this together at the same time. Alex George, Callum Rooney. Okay, Alex. See, because of this, Alex, when you don't win anything next season, I'm on your neck, bro. I'm on your neck, Alex. Pause. That's a bit of a why. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you live it down. Just for you starting this trouble, bro. No, not gonna let it go. Is this your legend, Alex?
Hi, Matt. Hi, Drifty. Just wanted to send my regard.
Is that your legend, Alex? Your legend speaking on our channel, Alex. Your legend is speaking on our channel. This is what I'm going to be like to you next season if you don't win anything.
Shut the fuck! Shut! Did I say? Oh shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else.
Watching you, Alex, bruv. I'm watching you, Alex, bruv. Right. Let's go into these statistics. So, won't do the Club World Cup. That doesn't make too much sense. We'll do the Premier, the Premier League and League 1. All right. So, in terms of games played, Diaz played the most games and obviously the most minutes and had the most starts. Diaz was actually subbed off the most times. Fofana was subbed on the most times. In terms of the amount of shots, no, we don't need adverts. Come on. We're better than that, Squawker. In terms of shots, Diaz had the most shots, then Rodrigo. Shot accuracy was actually Fofana, then Diaz, then Rodrigo. Shots on target was then Diaz. Shots blocked was Diaz. Winning goals was Diaz by 1. Goals was Diaz, 13. 7 with the right, 3 with the left, and then 3 headering. Conversion rate is actually Diaz as well. Open play passes, though, is Rodrigo. Assists is Rodrigo and Diaz, although Fofana's only 1 behind. Chances created is Diaz. Then it's Rodrigo, then Fofana. Passes attempted, though. This is insane. Passes attempted by Rodrigo, 990. Passes completed at 90. Passing accuracy, 90.91. That straight away screams out why Liverpool are looking at him. We know Arne Slot does not like to lose the ball. Crosses attempted, 81. Most crosses completed as well. However, the crossing accuracy goes to Diaz. Open play crosses, 5 for Rodrigo, 11 for Diaz, 20 from Fofana. Through balls, again, very low from all 3. Layoffs completed, forward passes, backwards passes, sideways passes, again, would be Rodrigo, considering he took the most amount of passes. Duels contested is Diaz, then Rodrigo. Tackles made is Diaz, then actually Fofana. Take-ons completed is Diaz, and then it is Rodrigo. Take on success, though, is Rodrigo, and fouls won is Rodrigo. Ground duels contested, Diaz. 1 is Diaz, and duels overall 1 is Luis Diaz. However, ground duel success is Rodrigo, then it's Fofana, then Diaz. Corners 1 is actually Fofana. Touches is Rodrigo. Ball recovery, again, Diaz. Again, slightly skewed here because he was playing in the false 9, and that is part of the false 9's job, but still excellent numbers there. Possession loss, though, was Diaz with the most and had so many offsides. Again, Rodrigo's going to have less offsides than the others because he's almost, quote-unquote, the third attacker in the system. And Diaz was tackled more than anyone. Then it's Rodrigo, then it's Fofana, but you have to take in consideration Fofana played less games. Now, when you look at those stats, people straight away are going to be like, we might as well just keep Diaz. Diaz is better. The reason why I still don't buy into that notion, even though I'd like us to keep Luis Diaz, is that Rodrigo's younger. Rodrigo's playing at the highest level, and he's also playing out of position and getting those statistics. So if you put him in a team where he's playing in his right position, which is left wing, along with players that I think would be more catered to getting the best out of him, as well as him getting the best out of them, I think it's a marriage made in heaven, personally. Again, I want to reiterate, if we can keep Diaz, I'll be absolutely over the moon. However, if we are going to sell Diaz, which it looks like is going to happen, then for me, the best replacement available is absolutely Rodrigo. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I think it would be a match made in heaven. If we can sell Diaz and get the same and pay the same amount for Rodrigo, for me, it's a win-win situation, even though you're going to be paying Rodrigo a higher salary. But, you know, this is where it is, right? This is where it is. Also, I want to just tie back this into Fofana. Fofana is someone who can play on the right and the left, again, like Rodrigo, but he's way more effective on the left. As you can see from his dribbling, he's very, in my opinion, he's very similar to a Doku type of player. He's always good at beating his players and getting past his man. However, the final delivery can be left a bit wavering, but you can expect that from him because he's younger than, say, Doku. However, I'd expect that to continue as he gets older. And look, if we don't get Fofana and someone else does, I think they'll be getting a gem regardless. I do really rate Fofana, and I think he could be excellent. So we will see what happens there. Speaking of Luis Diaz, and further reports have come out about the Colombian that, according to Fabrizio Romano, Bayern Munich are preparing a significant bid to convince Liverpool to sell Luis Diaz. If the Reds show any openness to a sell, Bayern are ready to move decisively to get the deal done. Look, I think this is one of the worst kept secrets in football at the moment, is that Luis Diaz seems to want to potentially move away from Liverpool Football Club. I don't think it's because he doesn't like being at the club. I think it's more a case of he wants a new contract with bump in pay, and he's not going to receive that. Therefore, I think it's in his best interest to move on. I do think the club maybe should have, in my opinion, given him a new contract. But again, if we're not going to, then it is what it is. He goes with my blessings. Diaz is someone, as I've always said, that always gave 100% for the badge and has been really good. So, yeah, I don't know. Callum, I asked Matt the exact same question, and I'll ask you the same thing. Why isn't the same anger towards Diaz like they have towards Ibu or Trent? Diaz himself is forcing a move. I think because Diaz has expressed a few times that he wanted to stay and wanted a new contract, and we've said no to it. So I don't personally think Diaz is in the wrong. I think Liverpool, if you're not going to give someone a new contract, then you got to do what you got to do. Wow, we are really spending the money. Ekitike will earn 220k a week at Liverpool. Wow. Okay, so this throws up a conversation now. And this is from Paul Joyce. Oh, by the way, I'll get back to that. Kaon, I don't have any anger towards Ibu. I think that whole Ibu thing is because it would be a free transfer and because it'd be to Real Madrid. I don't have any anger towards Ibu. If it's 220k that Ekitike is getting, they must really rate him high. And his agent has played a blinder. That can't be real. I'm going to go check that out. That can't be real. No, Paul Joyce hasn't said anything about Ekitike. No, I'm not seeing anything about salary. That can't be. He can't be getting 220. I think that's what Wirtz came into the club on. And Wirtz has got a way, way higher reputation than Ekitike. That can't be right. I'm going to suspect he'll be on around 100 to 140k a week. Anything more than that, I'll be extremely shocked. Extremely shocked. But this is football. And the way Liverpool is spending money, you never know. Maybe we've had a little shape in our mind on how we're going to do things. And maybe this is it. But yeah, I'm going to guess between 100 and 140. That's just my opinion. But back to Luis Diaz. Yeah, I don't see how he stays now. I think it will be the time to go. I just hope we get good money for him. I do want to share with you why I think that him moving to Bayern Munich is a good move for him as well. So, with all things considered, let's say Bayern Munich have a full-strength team. This is how I believe their front forward lineup. So, Elise on the right, Luis Diaz on the left, Musiala in the 10 and Kane. Now, obviously, Musiala's got that bad injury, so he's going to be unavailable for a little while. So I think we may see Bayern Munich adopt this if he were to sign for them. Elise on the right, Diaz left, Kane through the middle, and Muller in the 10. Muller's still going, by the way, and doing brilliant still. However, this is, I think, Diaz provides Bayern Munich with another option and really comes into his own. If you want to go with a rotation, you want to rest Kane, you want to rest Elise, you could go with Gnabry on the right, Kingsley Coman on the left, Muller in the 10, and Diaz through the middle. And again, the beauty of this, where I think it could be very good, is you could even swap Gnabry with Luis Diaz. We've seen Diaz play on the right. We've seen him do it quite well for Liverpool. We've also seen him play in the false nine. We've also seen Gnabry do both as well. You could see something like this. You could even see something like this. You could even see Diaz swapping with Muller sometimes and doing this. And that is where I think we are going to miss Diaz. His versatility. But that is, for me, hold on. Muller's gone. Why is he still on the website then? I've had a mare then, innit? Wow, John said his channel's cooked. Bun you, John, man. He's still on their website. All right, scrap that Muller stuff then. Yeah, they're going to need some attackers. Good luck to Bayern Munich. Good luck. Hey, ain't got nothing to do with me. We're doing our business over here, innit? We're getting a couple players through the door. We're doing our thing. That is true. They're going after Walt Mead. Shout out to Kaon. Yeah. Do you know what? It makes sense. Diaz to Bayern Munich makes sense. I wish he would stay. I'd love him to stay at the club. I think he would give us an extra option and help us. But I think it makes sense for him to go to Bayern Munich. And look, as I said, if he does move, he goes to Bayern Munich with my blessings. We will see, though. We will see. I still expect quite a few players to leave between now and the end of the window. Where they go and how much they go for, we will see. This dead. I'm not gonna lie, Scraps. This is my energy, man. Bun everyone else. Liverpool doing their business. Bun everyone else. And then we'll go from there. But people, look, I'm going to wrap up there. I'm going to be live over on the Sanderson Show in about 15 minutes with a show called Matchmaker Monday, where I basically look at all the fights that happened at UFC 318 and do some matchmaking with some of the fighters that won and lost on the night. So make sure you join me over there. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Got over 1,000 people watching over all platforms. There is no excuse for this video not to get 1,000 likes by the time we do the Monday night show. There is no excuse, guys. 1,000 likes. That is the bar we're setting now. Show us how serious you guys are in the Kopish community. 1,000 likes, please, people. We'll probably be going around 9:30 for the Monday night live show as well. Just a little heads up. Big up to Dean, says Ekitike backwards spells the same and is the same. Oh, yeah. What I think they call that palindromic or something like that. Ty says Isak should have shown this energy earlier. Too late. Ty's never too late. Never too late, Ty. Ty said Rodrygo not better than Diaz. Sideways move at best. Sideways for now, maybe. In the future, could be up here though. Look, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think Rodrigo in 2025 is a better winger than Luis Diaz in 2025. Don't think I think Luis Diaz is rubbish. He's not. I just think Rodrigo's better. Shout out to Dean, who says we are willing to sell Nunes, Diaz, Chiesa, Elliott, Morton, Doak, maybe one more. That's nearly 300 million. So we could still afford Isak on Rodrigo still. Wow. If you didn't believe us then, do you believe us now? Again, look, can we squash these rumors? I'm not doing a new dating show. Let's not do that. Matchmaker Monday is to do with UFC and MMA. Don't do that. Don't do that, people. Big up to my brother Football with Ends in the chat. Hope you're well, my bro. We got to catch up, man. We've got to catch up. We've got to do something this week. Oh, you've actually WhatsApped me. Yeah, I'll get back to you very, very soon, bro. As soon as I finish my other show, we'll have a little chat and then we'll get something scheduled in for this week as well, bro. But yes, people, we're going to round off here. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Black Prince says, Cal, I haven't heard from Uncle African brother in a while. I'm guessing you mean Uncle Albert. As far as I know, Uncle Albert's good. As far as I know, I've not heard anything to contrast that. I've seen him in a couple of chats as well. So as far as I know, Uncle Albert's all good. And when Uncle Albert's ready, he's always welcome on the channel. He knows this. But yes, big up to each and every one of you. Smash that like button until we see you a bit later. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish, out, people. Take care.